everyone. So welcome to Scholar Ed, and today we'll have a new video. So this video covers another important chapter which is called chemical bonding. So hey everyone, namaste and sat shri akal. So आप लोगों को तो पता ही है कि chemistry videos are a little different. So we are not going to just stick to the monotonous way of teaching, but also it will be a fun interaction between me and you. And any doubts regarding the chapter you're having, you're free to text us or DM us or write in the comment box. We have also given our official mail ID in the description of the channel. So please let's stay tuned in to this new chapter and let's enjoy some, perks of chemistry. Okay, so some of us are really scared of this subject. बट आई डोंट रियली अंडरस्टैंड वाई. अभी आप लोग सोचेंगे कि यार ये तो बड़ी ही नर्ड टाइप की लगती है, बट ट्रस्ट मी, इवन आई एम स्केयर्ड ऑफ अ सब्जेक्ट विच इज़ मैथमेटिक्स. बट देन फाइनली इट धीरे धीरे it just got removed, that frightening or the fear that I had, the frightening effect of mathematics that I used to possess. So I'll try to remove that fear for all of you here. So without wasting any more time, बहुत बक लिया मैंने, so let us directly go to this chapter. Okay, so here is the first slide, and here we have coined a few terms that you have to know to study chemical bonding. Now, chemical bonding is a very important chapter. Why? Because chemistry means what? Chemistry means atoms, molecules, and what are atoms and molecules? These atoms, they undergo certain interaction amongst themselves to form a bond. ठीक है? Okay. But before going to a chemical bond or what is a chemical bond, we have to study what is an atom and what are molecules. So what is given here? Atom is often considered to be the smallest unit of matter. They are the building blocks of everything including us. Okay, I think in biology you have all heard that cells are the building blocks of life. They're the functional unit of life. In a similar way, atoms are a building block of everything that we see around us, every non-living object. Okay, so it is the smallest unit of matter. Everything that we can see around us is made up of atom. You can see the beautiful structure of atom given in this diagram, which is there is a nucleus in the center and there are shells around it. The nucleus is containing neutrons and protons and the shells are containing the electrons. Okay, this is the basic structure of an atom. Now, what are molecules? Molecules are a group of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. Now, everything that we work with in chemistry is a molecule. So when you finally go to a chemistry lab, you will work with a variety or of various substances. All of them are molecules. So basically, what are molecules? Molecules are made up of two or more atoms held together by chemical bonds. Here you can see in the definition of molecule itself comes the term a chemical bond. This is why we have to study what is a chemical bond and what are the types of chemical bonds that are available. Okay, so molecules are what? They are a group of two or more atoms held together. Okay, now let us come to what is a chemical bond. So here we are coming to the main part of the chapter. So what is a chemical bond? A chemical bond is defined as the force of attraction between any two atoms in a molecule to maintain stability. तो ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा डेफिनेशन है, बट इस डेफिनेशन के अंदर बहुत ऐसी चीज़ है जो बहुत ध्यान से देखना चाहिए एंड हम लोग को देखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट. Before we are gonna go and just run after exams, let's just understand the basic concept which is hid behind this term, a chemical bond. So, chemical bond is defined as the force of attraction. That is the first keyword. So, it is nothing. A chemical bond is basically a force of attraction between two atoms. Okay, two atoms are attracted towards each other and they are forming a bond. So in school, when you go to college or you're in school, in high school or in college, you have a friend. You meet him or you meet her and you develop a sort of attraction for him or her, and then a bond develops. It can be any kind of a relationship, right? Friendship, an affair, whatever it is. Okay, so basically, you meet a person and then you develop this force of attraction. You develop an attraction towards this person. You hang out with this person more and you develop your relationship with that person and you form a bond with him or her. Okay, in a similar way, if you can consider two atoms, in a similar way, they are attracted to each other and they are forming a bond. So this one goes the first part of this definition. Now let us come to the second part. This force of attraction is taking place where? In a molecule. So this force of attraction between two atoms results in a molecule. ठीक है, बिकॉज इसके जस्ट ऊपर मैंने बोला है क्या कि मॉलिक्यूल्स आर सब्सटेंसेस इन विच two or more atoms are held together by a chemical bond. So in a chemical bonds definition, in molecule, when you're defining molecule, you have to mention a chemical bond, and when you're defining a chemical bond, you definitely have to mention a molecule as well. Okay, these are complementary to each other. So chemical bond is defined as the force of attraction between any two atoms in a molecule. Okay, so when two atoms are getting attracted to each other, they are coming close and they are forming a bond, and they are forming a molecule. That bond is resulting in the formation of a molecule. Why they are doing it? Why they are coming close to each other? Okay, there is a reason behind everything. Why you like a person, why do you admire someone, there's a reason behind that. In a similar manner, there's a reason behind this as well. This is done to maintain stability. Now, why do we need to maintain stability? This is something we will learn in the next slide. Okay, so you can see the different parts of this definition. That is, first part is the force of attraction between any two atoms. Second part is in a molecule. So a chemical bond is basically resulting in the formation of a molecule. And the third part is to maintain stability. Okay, so what is this matter with stability? We will come to it. Now let us look at the types of chemical bonds that can be achieved. So there are mainly two types of chemical bonds that we need to learn, and there is also a third type of chemical bond which we will talk about in the next video. So the first bond is the electrovalent bond. The electrovalent bond is also called the bond in which the electrons are transferred. And then the next one is the covalent bond, and it is the bond in which the electrons are shared. Share मतलब क्या? दोनों जन share कर रहे हैं एक पेंसिल को. And what do you mean by transfer? Someone is giving his pencil to the other person sitting next to him. For example, let's talk about the electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond, I'm giving you a simple example, not regarding the atoms or the molecules. For example, you don't have a scale, and in the exam hall, you tell the person sitting next to you कि I forgot to get my scale, तो अपना scale मेरे को दे देना जब लगेगा मेरे को. तो तुम लोग क्या कर रहे हो? तुम लोग like जो scale है उसको share कर रहे हो because of the exam, because तुम भूल गए scale लाना. So this is the electrovalent bond. Sorry, this is the covalent bond in which you're sharing the thing. That is, in covalent bond, the electrons are getting shared. And when you're coming to electrovalent bond, it's like you have come to school and you're like, भाई मैं pencil लाना भूल गई, मेरे को एक pencil दे दे. तो she gives one pencil from her pencil box and she's like, हाँ तू ये रख ले, मेरे पास और भी pencil है. So you're transferring one of your pencils to her. So this is an electrovalent bond, okay, which is transfer of electrons. So if you can relate chemistry with your real life events, you will see that it will become a little easy. Okay, so there's one point that we really need to remember is only valence electrons are involved in chemical bonding. So in the previous video, if you go and play it, you will know what are valence electrons. I would still like to repeat it once again. Valence electrons are nothing but they are the electrons which are present in the outermost shell of an atom. So the outermost shell of an atom is called the valence shell, and the electrons which are present in the valence shell are called the valence electrons. Okay? So one thing that you have to keep in your mind is only the valence electrons are involved in a chemical bond. The electrons which are present in the inner shells of an atom, they do not participate in a chemical bonding. Okay, so now let's come to why is chemical bonding necessary. So why is chemical bonding necessary? Everything in this world wants stability. भाई किसी को थोड़ी गुस्सा रहना पसंद होता है, सब लोग तो खुशी रहना पसंद करते हैं ना. किसी को थोड़ी अच्छा लगता है कि भाई हम गुस्सा है भाई छोड़ इसको, और किसी को थोड़ी डिप्रेशन या एंग्जाइटी में रहना पसंद है. नो राइट, एवरीवन वांट्स स्टेबिलिटी. सब खुश रहना चाहते हैं भाई, सब लोग एकदम चिल आउट रहना चाहते हैं. किसी को डिप्रेशन, एंग्जाइटी, एंगर किसी को नहीं पसंद. ठीक है. ओके, सो इन अ सिमिलर वे दीज एटम्स वर्क. ओके, सो दीज एटम्स टू वांट स्टेबिलिटी. ठीक है. जस्ट लाइक एवरीथिंग अराउंड अस, दीज एटम्स टू वांट टू बी स्टेबल. ओके, everything is in chemistry, everything, I repeat, everything in chemistry is because of stability. All the chemical equations and reactions that we will study, that we will talk about, is because of attaining stability, because they want to be stable. They want to attain stability. Okay? Okay. So therefore, to attain stability, atoms tend to combine chemically by redistribution of their valence electrons with a tendency to acquire the nearest noble gas configuration in their valence shell. Okay, so let us make this a little simple. So basically, atoms wants to always have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. According to them, having 8 electrons in their outermost shell will give them a noble gas configuration. Why noble gas configuration? You have heard of electronic configuration. Now, the electronic configuration of noble gases, okay, is all the noble gases have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. So all the noble gases have 8 electrons in their valence or outermost shell. So hence, the other atoms also want to be like them. The other atoms also want to attain 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay, this is why we say that they want to attain the nearest noble gas configuration in their valence shell. Okay, so why are chemical bonds taking place, or why is chemical bonding taking place? This is because every atom wants to be stable, and they want to attain stability by attaining 8 electrons in their outermost shell, which we call the octet condition. What do you mean by the octet condition? It means you have a stable electronic configuration. You have a stable electronic configuration. Octet condition means, octet means 8. Octet means number 8. So it means that you have 8 electrons in your outermost shell. And for some gases like hydrogen, just for hydrogen, it needs to acquire duplet condition that will make him stable. Because the nearest noble gas, which is the noble gas which is near to hydrogen, is helium. Helium is the nearest noble gas to hydrogen. Hence, helium has 2 electrons in its outermost shell, which makes it very stable. Only in case of hydrogen and helium, there are 2 electrons in its outermost shell. That is, they need to attain a duplet condition. That is for only hydrogen and helium. The rest of the atoms, they want to attain 8 electrons in their outermost shell. That is a stable electronic configuration. or a stable octet. Why octet? Octet means the number 8. Okay, so the first type of bond that we'll take into account is the electrovalent bond or the ionic bond. So ionic is a word that is coming from ions. I think all of you have heard about ions. What are ions? Ions are either positively or negatively charged particles. So electrovalent bond is basically what is happening is we're taking away an electron from one atom, okay, and we're giving that same electron to some other atom. जिसको इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं चाहिए हम उन लोगों से इलेक्ट्रॉन को ले रहे हैं एंड जिसको इलेक्ट्रॉन चाहिए हम उन लोगों को इलेक्ट्रॉन दे रहे हैं. Okay, so it is basically the transfer of electrons. And when we are transferring these electrons, it is resulting in the formation of either cations or anions. So whenever we are transferring these electrons from one atom to the other atom, there takes place the formation of cations and anions. तो जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दे रहा है, जिसको इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नहीं चाहिए, वो बोलता है कि मैं पॉजिटिव बनूंगी, मेरे को पॉजिटिव बनना है भाई, मेरे को नेगेटिव नहीं बनना, तू इलेक्ट्रॉन रख ले अपने पास भाई. ओके, सो दैट पर्सन और दैट एटम इज बिकमिंग पॉजिटिव, एंड जो बोलता है कि भाई मेरे को नेगेटिव ही बनना है, तू मेरे को इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दे दे, ठीक है, मुझे बहुत ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चाहिए, दैट पर्सन और दैट एटम इज बिकमिंग इलेक्ट्रिकली लाइक नेगेटिव. वाई? Because he or she or the atom it is gaining the electron. Okay, so it is becoming negative. Okay, and it is called an anion. Okay, so the negatively charged ion is called the anion and the positively charged ion is called the cation. Okay, so basically transfer of electrons from the atom of one element to the atom of another element forms electrovalent bond. So it is basically taking place between two elements. Electrovalent bond cannot take place between the same element. It has to take place between two different elements. Okay. Now let us just go through all these points and then I will explain the diagram properly to you. The number of electrons that is gained or lost by an atom to form electrovalent bond is known as electrovalency. This is in definition, you have to keep this in mind very well. The metallic atom losing electrons become positively charged ion and is known as a cation, which I have already told you, and the non-metallic atom that gains electrons becomes negatively charged ion and it is known as an anion. So let us take example of sodium chloride. Okay, so let us study the sodium atom now. So you have all heard about sodium chloride. Okay, so the sodium chloride is the common salt that we eat at our homes, isn't it? So सबने सुना होगा शायद sodium chloride के बारे में. It's NaCl. Okay, its molecular formula is NaCl. Na is representing sodium and Cl is representing chlorine. Okay, so let us look at the diagram which is present on the right side of the sodium chloride right up. Okay, that is the atomic structures. Let us look at the atomic structures of sodium and chlorine. So the sodium atom is having an electronic configuration of 281. So what do you mean by that? That is, 2 electrons are present on the innermost shell of the sodium atom. 8 electrons are present on the second shell, okay, present on the second shell of the sodium atom, and only 1 electron is present on the last or the valence shell or the outermost shell of the sodium atom. So you can see it in the diagram that only 1 electron is present on the outermost shell of the sodium atom. And when we are talking about the chlorine atom, in that case, its electronic configuration is 287. So 2 electrons are present on the innermost shell and 8 electrons are present on the second shell and 7 electrons are present on the outermost shell. Now, as I have already told you before in the previous slide, that 8 electrons are needed in the outermost shell to make it an octet or to make it stable. To make an atom stable, you need 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Okay, so what is happening to this atom is sodium atom, okay, as it is having 1 electron in its outermost shell, so hence it is donating that 1 electron to the chlorine atom. ठीक है, तो अगर वो 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर देगा, ठीक है, तो क्या होगा, उसके पास जो आउटरमोस्ट शेल रहेगा उसमें बचेगा 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. ठीक है, वो जो एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है जो लास्ट शेल में है, वो अगर उसको डोनेट कर देगा क्लोरीन एटम को, तो जो नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है लास्ट शेल में अभी उसके पास है 2 8. सो दिस इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फिगरेशन इज 2 8. Okay, so it has 8 electrons in its outermost shell after donating 1 electron to chlorine. And when 1 electron to chlorine, okay, is donated, chlorine को जब वो एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जो सोडियम डोनेट कर रहा है वो मिलेगा, तब उसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होगा 2 8 8. That means what? It is also having 8 electrons in its outermost shell. So hence both become stable and both attain the octet condition or the stable electronic configuration. You can see that now the electronic configuration of sodium has changed to 2 8 and the electronic configuration of chlorine has changed to 2 8 8. Okay, now you can see the dot structure, the Lewis structure, the electron dot structure, which is given below the sodium chloride write-up. It is very important. So one thing that we have to keep in mind is when sodium is giving away one of its electrons, it is becoming positive. It is gaining a positive charge. Hence it becomes a cation, that is Na plus cation. And when chlorine is taking up that one electron from sodium, it is becoming an anion, that is it is becoming negatively charged. Fine. So here is the concept of cations and anions. So it is also called ionic bond, because this transfer of electrons are resulting in the formation of ions, sodium ion and chlorine ion, then these two are coming together to form the sodium chloride molecule. Okay, so we are finished with electrovalent bonds. तो खत्म हुआ बाय इलेक्ट्रोवैलेंट. अभी लास्ट एक बॉन्ड है वो है कोवैलेंट. ठीक है, जल्दी से चैप्टर ख़त्म करते हैं. ख़त्म नहीं हुआ भाई, अभी बाकी है, बट चलो वीडियो ख़त्म करते हैं जल्दी से. तो वी हैव द कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड. तो ठीक है, तो कोवैलेंट बॉन्ड तो सबने सुना ही होगा, तो नहीं सुना होगा तो फिर भी मैं बता देती हूँ. तो हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू बिफोर कि इट इज़ फॉर्म्ड बाय बेसिक शेयरिंग ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. तो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स क्या कर रहा है, इधर शेयर कर रहा है. ठीक है, ट्रांसफ़र नहीं हो रहा है, शेयर कर रहा है बस. सो द केमिकल बॉन्ड फॉर्म्ड बिटवीन two atoms by mutually sharing one or more pair of electrons is known as covalent bond. तो मैंने क्या बोला, इधर दे नहीं दे रहे इलेक्ट्रॉन को, इतना भाई इतना अच्छे नहीं है वो लोग बोल रहे कि भाई मैं दे नहीं सकती बट मैं शेयर करूँगी. ठीक है. Okay, the number of electrons of an atom taking part in the formation of shared pair is known as covalency of that atom. Okay, so basically the number of electrons that are being shared, suppose one electron is being shared, so the covalency of that atom will be 1. Suppose 2 electrons are being shared, so hence the covalency of that atom will be 2. Suppose 3 electrons are being shared, hence the covalency of the atom will be 3. Okay, so the number of electrons that are being shared between the two atoms are resulting in the formation or resulting in the formation of a term called the covalency of that atom. Okay, so now let us come to an example. चलो भाई एग्जाम्पल पे आते हैं अभी. So basically let us look at the structure of nitrogen. तो इधर नाइट्रोजन का स्ट्रक्चर दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. So what is happening is the electronic configuration of nitrogen is 2,5. इसका मतलब क्या, अभी तक तो आप लोग ही आंसर कर पाएंगे. चलो सोचो इसका मतलब क्या है. ठीक है, मैं ही बोल देती हूँ. सो इसका मतलब है that there are 2 electrons in the innermost shell and there are 5 electrons on the outermost shell of nitrogen. अभी इसको मतलब 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होने के लिए लाइक टू अटेन ऑक्टेट, इसको ऑक्टेट अटेन करने के लिए कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स चाहिए? और करो मैथमेटिक्स अप्लाई करो भाई, बहुत ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट है ये आंसर तो. सो इट विल नीड 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, इजंट इट? वोंट इट नीड 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स? कम ऑन, या ऑब्वियसली. तो ये क्या करेगा, ये दोनों बोलते हैं कि भाई हम तो दे नहीं सकते, ले नहीं सकते, तो क्या करेंगे, शेयर करते हैं. तो व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज दे आर शेयरिंग 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स फ्रॉम इट्स आउटरमोस्ट शेल. 3 करके शेयर करते हैं, तो देयर electronic configuration becomes 2-8. Okay, so they are sharing those electrons. You can see in the second diagram how they are sharing those electrons. ठीक है, ये बोला कि भाई हम भी 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करते हैं, वो बोला कि भाई हम 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन शेयर करते हैं इधर से, तो 3 ये लोग शेयर करते हैं. तो इसका what is happening to its configuration is changing from 2-5 to 2-8. And the covalency of nitrogen is, what is it? The covalency of nitrogen is 3. Okay, so it is 3. The covalency of nitrogen is 3, because if you see, there are basically 3 electron pairs which are participating. It is the number of electrons or electron pair in case of covalent bonds. It is the number of electron pairs that are participating. Okay, and there are 3 electron pairs. You can see 2, 2, 2. Okay, so there are 3 electron pairs that are being shared with one another, and hence its covalency is 3. Okay, so you can see here 2 nitrogen atoms will each share 3 electrons to form 3 covalent bonds and make a nitrogen molecule. In a similar way, there are many more molecules that we will take up on the next class. For now, you just need to know that there are 2 types of covalent bonds. One is polar and one is non-polar. And this concept I will clear it to you in the next video. Okay. So this is the last part, which is the basic differences between electrovalent and covalent compounds. It is one of the most asked and important questions in the chemistry board exam. So I hope you guys will just go through this and you find this video useful, and hope करते थोड़ा तो काम आ ही जाएगा, isn't it? तो okay, so we are done with our chapter here. तो भाई अब तो जाओ, enjoy करो, बिंदास जियो, and just wait for the next video to come on our channel. And please like, share and subscribe, guys. Come on, we need more and more subscribers. Please do hit on the bell icon. Thank you and have an amazing day.